All right, guys. I had to jam out a little bit. Um, all right. This is today's trade recap. Up around 5K on the day. Lovely day, beautiful day. What a wonderful start to December. First days have been really good. Now let's go over the trade and see what I took. So obviously, in my free Discord, I went over in my pre-market analysis that I was bullish for the day. So I did want to see a move higher, and I was looking for longs. So zooming in to market open, right? Let's go over here, and you can see market open, we displaced lower, came down, took this internal low, and we also tapped into this 5-minute fair value gap. So when I see us come down, tap into this 5-minute fair value gap, and I see us soup this internal low on the 5-minute, I start seeing us wake up, and I like it because I like the soup inside of a 5-minute fair value gap. This is one of my A plus setups. The only way this would have been A plus plus is if there was an SMT here, but ES did take the low as well. If I could find it, let's see over here. Yeah, so ES did end up taking the low as well, so there was no SMT, but I still really liked it. Market open, I wanted to see volatility, and yeah, so I initially entered a long, like on the first 9:30 candle here, with a stop like a little bit, like pretty tight, and I did end up getting stopped, and I lost like around like $100. Um, but then I see the next candle open and we start getting displacement up. I look at the 5-minute and I start seeing how the 5-minute looks, and I start seeing this nice wick coming in. So I end up just re-entering the long right here. And my target is this internal high with a stop at the low. Pretty simple. Um, and I'll show you guys the drawn liquidity right here. This was my target, this internal high, while also on the higher time frame on the 4-hour, you can see we have all this low resistance, so I was bullish on the higher time frame. So aligning the external liquidity with the internal liquidity. So externally, I like longs. I think we are bullish on the higher time frame. So then I wanted to find a model, internal model, to also take longs to align the internal and the external time frames. So market open, you can see, boom, enter long, targeting this internal high. Now, I do want to review with you guys this right here. I did end up closing my position over here, and I'll explain that to you guys right now. So ES was super lagging, and we got to keep this in mind because not every day is going to be like today. And I had to kind of realize, because I did get a little bit of FOMO once I exited my position right here and we continued running like this. But I had to think, right? Most days when we put in an SMT like this, you can see NQ took this internal high and put in a big SMT. Look where ES is. So ES is over here, while NQ is all the way up here, right? So we have a big divergence. NQ ES is this. We have this big SMT on ES, and then on NQ we have this SMT right here. So I ended up closing my position there. Bearish SMT. I started seeing us reject a little bit. I ended up just closing, and yeah, out of nowhere we just kept blasting. You can see ES just started having a move up higher after we put in the SMT, and that just drove NQ even higher. So, but you have to think, right? I could be mad at this and say, oh dang, I missed out on so much profit. Or I could tell myself, I followed my rules, it was my entry model, I exited when the market told me I should exit, meaning the SMT, and it was a wonderful day. I traded my model, I followed my rules, I exited when the market was telling me that I should exit, and I didn't overtrade, I didn't FOMO, I didn't re-enter when I started seeing this blast. No, I'm happy with my trade. I followed all my rules, and I can't be mad at that. So that's what I want you guys to take away from this video. Like, of course, there's going to be times where you exit your position and market keeps running in your direction, but you have to remember, if you followed your system and you followed your rules, it was a beautiful trade. It was a wonderful trade. Nothing to be mad about. In the long run, it will reward you. Because, for instance, let's say tomorrow, for example, we get this SMT, but I don't close because I'm like, yesterday we put in the SMT, but we kept running, so I'm not going to close when we put in the SMT. I'm just going to keep letting it run. But then tomorrow happens, we put in the SMT, and then boom, get stopped at break even, and then I'm even more mad that I didn't close with the SMT than if it really would have ran to my full TP. So keep that in mind. Think about how you would feel if you don't close your position when you have the SMT and you lose all your profit, right? So that's what I kind of just want you guys to get away from this video. So that's pretty much it. Wonderful day. Hopefully you guys learned something from this video. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Great start to November. If you haven't already, join the free Discord in the description. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram. It's just NateTrades_. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.